Pediatricians are condemning National Geographic over 9-year-old trans child on January cover. An association of pediatricians is condemning National Geographic over its decision to put a 9-year-old child who identifies as transgender on the cover of its January issue. National Geographic will be highlighting the gender revolution. Let's call it what it is: devolution. For its January 2017 issue, featuring Avery Jackson, a 9-year-old child, the first appearance of a transgender person on the publication's cover. Avery is quoted on the cover stating, "The best thing about being a girl is now I don't need to pretend to be a boy." Michelle Cretella, MD, president of the American College of Pediatricians, told LifeSite News that National Geographic is promoting a political agenda over science and the well-being of innocent children by featuring a young transgender child. Affirming so-called transgender children means sterilizing them as young as 11 years old, said Dr. Cretella. Puberty blockers plus cross-sex hormones causes permanent sterility. And biological girls who transition to male by taking testosterone may have a double mastectomy at age 16. The lifetime use of cross-sex hormones also puts these children at risk of stroke, heart disease, diabetes, cancers, and more. Since the child began to identify as a girl at the age of 3, Avery's parents have remained avid supporters. Avery's mother, Debbie Jackson, describes her and Avery's father's feelings of confusion and doubt at the beginning of the process in a video statement. Until that point, she was quite a rough and tumble little boy with a buzz cut and a shark tooth necklace. But when she was 3, she asked her dad and I if we could buy her a princess dress. Jackson explains not buying Avery a dress at first because they thought it was just a phase, but when they found out their son was wearing his favorite dress at daycare, they went and bought him a princess dress. At daycare? What in the world's going on at daycares? According to Jackson, Avery wore that dress every moment while at home and eventually asked for more: dresses, nightgowns, headbands, and sparkly shoes. But his parents drew the line at girl underwear. After meeting with a psychologist and endocrinologist and ruling out any hidden medical issues, Avery was allowed to go to school dressed as a girl. Jackson and her family lost friends and family members and went into hiding for a year while Avery grew out her hair to look like the girl she is. Jackson explains, when the family emerged, it was with a very happy and confident daughter. Cretella believes it is both unethical and harmful for parents to make such decisions regarding their children's gender because they will most likely grow out of their gender dysphoria. When a child under the age of 12 thinks they are the opposite sex and is allowed to naturally pass through puberty, 75 to 95% of the time, that child will accept his or her biological sex by the late teen years. Though National Geographic has covered the transgender before, this is by far its most high-profile treatment of the issue to date. Cretella argues that public support of transgenderism in children is tantamount to child abuse. It's child abuse. That's exactly what it is. It's child abuse. Allowing a 3-year-old to make a lifelong decision is stupid. When academic, medical, and other public institutions propagate the lifetime use of toxic hormones and the surgical removal of healthy body parts as health care for children, they are engaged in institutionalized child abuse, she said. Yep, exactly. If you're going to allow, as a parent, I'm not talking to any of you, your child at 3 years old to make lifelong, life-altering decisions, your sanity should be brought into question. Because the child, it's a child. This is a life-altering decision. These hormones they have effects. And some parents are going as far as removing body parts. Well, what if the child is 12 years old and says, no, I don't want to do this anymore? Because how many kids flip-flop on decisions? How many kids go back and forth and they think it's a trend, so, we'll do it now, and then, they flip-flop back to something else. But here's a question I got for you. Where in the world is the 3-year-old getting the idea that it's another gender? This is absurd. Unless it's on TV. Because really, if you think back to, before the TV, there wasn't really any issues of transgenders. That's only just come about now as we're in this information age and children almost from birth are watching television. I mean, what is the average age now of a child owning a cell phone? How old? What's the average age? Because I would imagine it would be around 6, 7, or 12 or something around there. I don't know. But I'm just saying. I mean, this is craziness. This wasn't happening years ago, but it's happening now. Why is that? That's all I got for you. God bless and carry on.